Before embarking on this journey we call Music Never Sleeps, I was on top of the world. I was traveling the world. I was living the dream. But I realized that I was depressed. You know, my grandmother was dying and life was just really hard. I wasn't really thankful for what I had. At some point I realized that I had to reconnect with who I am, with my inner child, with the magic. And at that point I decided I was gonna come back to Africa. And in Africa I started to feel like I was reconnecting with my people, I was reconnecting with my culture, I was reconnecting as a human being, and I was reconnecting with my purpose. And what I realized at the end of this journey is that passion is major. It's about doing what you love and loving what you do. Really, at the end of the day, a setback is nothing but a setup for a comeback. Never forget to live life and experience life to its fullest and express who you are and express yourself to the fullest. That's what Music Never Sleeps is about. So this year has been an amazing, incredible year, you know, for Arunga Music, for Sultan of Swag Presents. We had a ton of incredible and successful concerts and campaigns, Soul Power Concert, Madaraka Festival, Black Friday Concert Series, just to name a few. Koch Studios hit me up asking if I could produce 2 episodes. All of my sisters hit me up trying to see if they could come along for the ride. So we're headed to Kenya. It's a place that's such a part of me. It's deep down in the heart of me. I feel like I just won the lottery. I'm looking forward to returning home.
What's good, y'all? What's poppin'? Talk to me. Talk to me.
Where you want to meet? You want me to come around? Hey. Twin. It sounds like it. Complain.
There's the driver.
All right. Should we go that way? Just being in Kenya right now, being in Nairobi and peeping the scene, this feels good, man. It's different coming to Kenya as a tourist and coming to Kenya and you're working. That's just like one of the biggest blessings ever, you know what I'm saying? Like my whole life, you know, making music, studying music, constantly around the clock, being in the studio, being in the lab, rocking shows. To get to this moment right now where I could come here and work and be with people like you guys, we're like helping and assisting and augmenting the experience. That's a dream come true, man. I don't want to take it for granted. I think it's like a great blessing. It's like, you know, God is good, man.
About that.
It's been a long flight. Amsterdam was also long. We missed our flight in Seattle, but it don't stop. We're here now and we're about to get it in. Music never sleeps, baby.
Soul hits up Angie, and Soul, Angie, and Geneva decide they're gonna go fabric shopping.
I can't hear you, Angela.
Oh, okay. I was saying 20th century.
20th century.
Yeah, so the device is not music. You know, like, if they go downtown, they'll be more classes, but if they like to have the 20th century and then we just walk together, it's not the story time.
Okay, saw. All right, thank you so much. See you in a hot second, Bo.
Soul is the fashion and design element of Music Never Sleeps. She does all of our cover art. She does all of our pictures. She just makes sure everything looks fly. Growing up, my mother had a line called Seaweed International, which was like a boutique with African clothing. Like you could go in there and get your shea butters, and you could go in there and get your beeswax. You could go in there and get like tailor-made African clothing. It was an era in design where rocking African fabric was fresh. Rocking African fabric was something new. Soul decided she wanted to take that concept and remix it, which is brilliant. So these guys ended up going to the Vitenge shop, which is a library for fabric. You could get fabrics from West Africa, East Africa, South Africa, North Africa. They had like Ghanaian fabrics, Nigerian fabrics, Ugandan fabrics, an intercontinental flavor of fabric for those who like to stay dipped.
So now these are now foil type materials. They come with a gold outer line. So let's just show you one. So for example, so this one has like a gold outer line. And then inside it's now the solid. This is what it actually looks like. So you can play around now with the inverse.
Yeah.
So it's like one part of your outfit could have the gold with this, and then the other side is just solid.
But it still matches the
And
same.
then you can put, yeah, this is nice.
That might be the
short.
Yeah.
You know the dashiki thing that's
Yeah,
really
yeah,
popular
yeah.
right now? So
She had help from Angie, which don't sleep on Angie, who is a brilliant woman, a fashion pro with mad style, super fly, with a label of her own. And Angie took the helm as the ringleader of this treasure hunt for great, inspiring fabrics from Africa that like really speak to, you know, the design and the flavor and swag of Music Never Sleeps.
Still figuring out everything that I want. I think I need to figure out colors first. Like, G, what colors are you?
I want something hot that ain't nobody got, okay?
Jesus.
Do you guys have one of something? Step on in.
You got too gangsta for me.
now this is now more batik. You see, so it's tie and dye, and then also the material is very silky, very soft.
Look at this. Yes. Like the maroon, dark.
Yeah.
I think that's good for a man. It turns out. But
That'd be nice for a shirt. Actually, that'd be nice for
that'd be good
slacks.
for pants, shirts.
Yeah, that'd be a match.
It's all right, and it seems like there's a lot here. What do you think?
I like that. I think that would be good.
I'm interested to see what you would make and then how you would trim it with this.
So if this is a jacket, I do this as a blazer, then I would do this on the lapels. You know what I'm saying? Like, or around the collar, and maybe a little bit on the cuff.
Pocket?
Yeah, in one pocket.
Yeah.
So use this as trim all the way.
Yeah.
So I like that.
Yeah, I could see it. When are you getting together with the tailors?
I'm getting together with Angela first so we can decide each tailor to take.
Okay.
Because we're not doing every piece with everyone.
Yeah.
Some people don't work well with certain material.
You get together with Angela, you're shooting for tomorrow, and then because you want to start.
Yeah, we're shooting for tomorrow.
Are
or Wednesday.
you like drawing these out, your concepts, or?
Now I am.
Okay.
Now I'm getting ready to start sketching.
Okay.
I can't sketch without the material.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why. I need to know what I'm working with in order to start working.
I'm here to give you all that satisfaction. We won't stop now, we won't stop later, we just don't know how. Yeah, we don't know how. You passed your prime, it's about that time. Siulize maswali kama niko wapi Monday mpaka Sunday. Kazi na chapa lakini kupata si one way.
Hey, ngapi bwana? Kumi. 10. Hiyo ni 10 bwana. Mimi nataka kuchukua mingi.
Thank you.
We're on our way to Koch Studios. But traffic in Kenya, you can just be here all day.
Never make it where you're going.
And never make it where you're going. You'll just wonder. Then if you do that same thing walking, hey, it was only a block away.
And I pray to God that I see the day when everybody's saying on my table got
we're on day one at Koch Studios, and what was interesting is the day before I got notice that we're gonna have different artists. Actually, they were gonna cancel it, but at the last minute, Victoria Kimani came through. It was supposed to be Shay Shay, but Shay Shay ended up being sick and, having complications with her health, so she wasn't able to make it from Nigeria. And Victoria Kimani gets into town. Everybody's elated, and Ali Kiba shows up shortly after, and Ali Kiba's like, hold up, this wasn't the agreement. So Ali Kiba's manager had to fly all the way from Tanzania and come and talk to the client and talk to the cats at Koch. Nonetheless, it ended up working out beautifully.
Okay, so we start, you come in, then I start with a verse, a chorus, and half of a verse. Then you come in and do chorus, and then a full verse, and then chorus. And then from there, I don't have any other part.
Well,
so after his last chorus.
On the second hook, I was thinking it's like, Kimani Kilin show, check it out. And so you could like be looking at Kimani Kilin show, check it out, check it out. You feel me? You're gonna say your full chorus for 8 bars. And then you're gonna do your full chorus for 8 bars.
Yes.
And then while she's doing her chorus, I'm gonna do mine. You're ad-libbing, Ad-libbing. Like, yay! For me, as a producer, the challenge was like, how do you take a body of work that you've been working on for a month, and how do you cater that to a whole new artist now? And how do you still keep that balance of each one of these artists being, how do you keep everybody a star, keep them in their zone, and still not feel like it's a rushed job, but feel like, there was a lot of attention paid to detail and to the quality of the work. So that was a challenge, but I felt like I had run the music so much that by the time show day came, it was easy to edit. I knew the session by memory. I really had an opportunity to work with royalty. Very gracious people, very professional people. Somebody like Victoria was somebody I was scared of. I was actually intimidated by the woman because, she's really beautiful, she's sexy, and you meet her and you're like, oh my God, is she gonna tell me off? But she's really sweet and kind. I love that about Victoria. Ali Kiba was incredible because we were doing this during a period of Ramadan, and Ali Kiba didn't eat lunch. He didn't drink anything up until sundown. So he was really pushing his body. He was in a space where he could barely walk at times, but he's performing under hot lights on a set that was pretty grueling and doing long, 12-hour days. So mad respect to those guys. They're hard workers. They're super professional, super on point, and I learned a lot during the process of making this song.
Do that
at the end.
At the end.
Okay.
And you do your ad libs over. So the end.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Ooh, baby. I get lost when I'm with you.
We gotta go find a war. It's about to be Turn Up Central.
Tell me now. What happened? Tell the story fast, because I ain't got no patience.
The one chick who was matching Ali Kiba?
Yeah, blue.
The one in the blue, and
Yeah.
I said he's matching his girlfriend? She came over here.
In between rehearsals for Victoria and Ali Kiba on Koch Studios set, we'd have these behind-the-scenes shoots. I'm doing my behind-the-scenes shoot, and meanwhile, my posse had some beef with one of the crew there.
One was sitting right there, and he was talking to us.
Oh, what? Where's the one?
She pushes, and I told her, excuse me. Come with me. Oh, where's that? These are my sisters. Just come.
Where is she?
No acknowledgement. And
Where is she?
Wait, she just walked
what
back
did she
there.
tell you guys to come back?
You missed her.
I gave them specifically a disclaimer, specifically not to bring drama on or around set. But you can't control people. They're gonna do what they do.
What's up, friend?
Why is Ebony there?
This is my sister. This is my sister. And this?
Do you know her?
I don't know the one.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
I know who
No.
she is. That's why I'm going with
But
her.
I know that's the behind the scenes and only certain people go back there.
Do we?
We have all access.
These are VIP access. I've seen all access. These are not all access.
No, VIP, you can go back there. I've done it many times.
Okay, I mean, I just feel like, you know.
You're gonna let her slide.
I just want you to know because in case she does it again.
Okay,
then
so
we'll
you wanna
have
give her another
a
chance.
rolling tally.
We're giving people chances.
We'll have a tally.
One more shot for her.
If she does it again, let's all turn out.
So
I just
officially
saved
it's
that
time to
girl's
turn it
ass.
up.
You guys didn't want to see what was about to go down up in here. Don't fuck with us.
Watch out, America. One more chance.
Where is she? Where is she?